Hello and welcome to the 2013 Southern Cross Television Mountain Stages Rally. A beautiful morning greeted a small but enthusiastic field eager to start the day's 10 competitive rally stages. Last season's runner-up driver Marcus Walkham had pretty much secured the championship already and wasn't planning on taking any risks.
Yeah, we really just need to finish this one to wrap up the title, so we're just going to go out in the first heat and just stroke her along.
As the first stage of the day got underway, we saw a few teams making early mistakes as they got warmed up. The rally then wasted no time claiming its first victim, as the Subaru WRX of Brooks and Wilson ended up on its roof after getting lost in the dust and driving into a culvert at barely walking speed. The next car to encounter issues was the Nissan Sunny of Lee and Aidan Peterson.
It's been pretty good, apart from the fact that on the third stage we just lost a heap of power. It just all of a sudden went flat. It seemed like it was only running on a cylinder or two, and we couldn't get up a hill even. It lost that much power, and we got it back here, and all it was a wire and a core pack, which is new.
The Petersons were able to rejoin, dropping only stage 3. Sadly, the same could not be said for the Gemini of Chadwick and Buckley, who also had a low-speed rollover on stage 4, putting them out of the event. Stage 4 was also unkind to the WRX of Ablett and Hodgetts, who suffered a flat tyre that cost them considerable amounts of time.
Felt it going down. I don't know whether I just cut an apex too tight or something, but yeah, could feel it going down, and yeah, could hear it flapping, and there was no turn left, and I had to pull over, middle of the long stage. We're going to wreck the car if we didn't.
The only club car competing in the rally, the Skyline of Mitch Newton, joined the event at stage 4, yet halfway through the 37-kilometre stage suffered a broken throttle cable right where his service crew was spectating.
We were just coming to the spectator point there and got a bit heavy on the throttle, and managed to break the throttle cable, so it's a pretty good place for it to happen really, while we've got the crew standing down there spectating. So
at the lunchtime service stop, we caught up with a few of the drivers.
Just had a clean run through this morning's stages. Had a few people have dropped out, I think, so I think the plan this afternoon is just to keep it on the road and just get to the finish now.
How you doing?
Going all right. Yeah, dusty, and we've had a bit of trouble catching a couple of people who've had problems, but apart from that, it's been going well. So we're pretty happy with everything so far.
An unfamiliar face to the TRS is that of Victorian competitor Brett King.
We've had a ball. We're having a crack, but and the roads are fantastic. So, fast, wide, scary when you get to the top. No, we're having a ball. Having an absolute ball. We're just wanting to get the car home.
When we headed back to the forest for Heat 2, it was clear that Ablett and Hodgetts were pushing hard, setting very competitive times. On stage 7, they were only 4 seconds slower than the fastest team. Brett King's Subaru was the next car to suffer dramas with power steering failure on the second last stage. The team decided to retire rather than risk further damage. Although the Walkham Evo had completed every stage and was currently in the lead, their day had not been without issue. Sometime after the lunchtime service stop, their starter motor failed, and then on the final stage they dropped almost 2 minutes to the Subaru of Ablett and Hodgetts.
End of the last stage, gearbox stuck in third gear, so we've just done that stage in third gear, so I'll be pretty happy when we get back to Archers Manor.
One of the next teams out of the final stage was that of Hot As Rallying, happy to finish an event that had not been kind to them in the past.
It's been really good, and we're happy to get here in one piece, and that last stage was the same as all day, hard work.
Despite failing to finish stage 3, Lee and Aidan Peterson and their Nissan Sunny had made it to the end of the rally, setting fast times along the way.
Fantastic.
Car's been good?
Yeah. Good? Yeah, no worries at all, other than a little core problem. I think we probably would have done quite well outright with it if it hadn't been for that, but them's the breaks.
Although they'd had a shaky start to the event, the skyline of Nathan Newton had made it to the finish line.
A mixed day. We've had a couple of good stages where I reckon we've had some pretty good pace. We're catching the cars in front of us there in the last few stages, so we've been alright, but we had a puncher on stage 9. We had average brakes on that stage, not to say the least.
Thanks for watching, see you all next year.